Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we can go off on one final mission before our financial report. And that is exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to hop into the command center here and see what we have available. We are kind of running low on good options. There is this destroy base. That might not be a terrible idea. There's this capture base. That doesn't sound great. This seems like a mission where afterwards we'll say it was supposed to be undefended, Commander. Be prepared. Yeah. We might go for the destroy base instead. It is a little bit easier in terms of skull ratings. And also there's better salvage here. So I think we're going to go for this no matter what. How much is a priority salvage? Priority salvage is about 140k. That's pretty expensive, I'm not going to lie. We're going to go for 419, I think. We don't need cash that badly right now. Actually, let's go for full salvage. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, so we don't want to bring these mech warriors. They're fatigued. We may need to bring a fatigued mech warrior for the Panther. Yes, indeed we do. We probably want to bring someone like Time Lord 88 for that. And then in our first lance, we'll put Devourer, I think, in the Vulcan. Actually, we'll put Devourer in the Hunchy. We'll put Squire in the Vulcan. We will put Ulysses in the Stalker. And Warboar in the Stealth. And the reason I decided to go this route, even though this doesn't necessarily make the most sense, is because I was prioritizing high gunnery skills into our high damage output mechs. The Hunchy and the Vulcan can do good damage, but that's not really their main role. The Stealth and the Stalker are really our damage dealers, so let's deploy this and see what we come up with. This is a destroy base mission in the lowlands. Hopefully, this won't be too awful. But it might be a little awful. We'll have to see. In before they have like 4 thumper turrets. That would really suck. 4 thumper turrets would be oof. I don't even in that scenario. We don't know what they have for anything, though, so let's see what we got here. We need to destroy the captured base and escape. We're looking for a mercenary company to do some covert work for us. We've lost a base to the planetary government and believe Capellan personnel are being interrogated even now. We can't allow those people to spill their secrets, but it would look bad if we were seen to destroy our own base. We need deniability. We need you to level the base, particularly the storage and communications facilities. We'd appreciate it if you ensured there were no living witnesses, and we'll pay a bonus if you wipe out all the opposition. They're using us so the raid can't be traced to them. Shooting your own people. This is an ugly situation for them to be in, but nobody said the periphery was a safe place to work. Indeed not. Let's go. Looks like we have no allies. The captured base is just up ahead, Commander. Move in, engage the base defenses, and start the demolition. The forces that captured the base are still on site, so be ready for opposition. Roger that, and I'm not surprised that we have no allies. That's exactly as expected given the scenario we're in. The base is all the way up over here. And I don't immediately see any turret emplacements. Interesting.
Roger.
Well, we're just going to close in a little bit then and see what we can find via sensors. We're going to take the Stalker down over here. There we go. Excellent. So it's going to be a little bit before we get any real sensor traces.
Moving out. On the move.
Okay, we've got a contact. That is a Thunderbolt. Yikes. Okay. That's a heavy. We also see a mech over here. We have no idea what that mech might be. Yeah, I'm going to move the stealth up over this direction.
Roger that.
want to get more intel on what's going on over here. There is a local government support lance as well. If it's just the Thunderbolt, that's not the worst thing in terms of the heavy mechs. We're going to sprint our Vulcan up here, using this cliff as some LOS cover. We see a Hornet, a Shadowhawk. We do see a defense turret here. I did not notice that emplacement. Okay, and there's still a mech that we don't know what it is over here. The Thunderbolt moved over that way. That's fine. We're going to close in a little bit with our Panther. We're going to drop some artillery. I really wish they were close enough to hit multiple enemies. They are not. So I think we're just going to drop it directly on the Thunderbolt. That said, backstabbing the Thunderbolt is definitely the way to go. We might be better off dropping our fire support on one of these lighter mechs. Probably the Hornet, if we're going to do that. Because the fire support could theoretically straight up kill this mech with just a couple of salvos. Okay. It started a fire. Fantastic.
Orders?
We're going to sprint in with our Hunchy.
No shooting, just running.
Yep, exactly. An Icarus 2. What just happened over there? I'm a bit unclear. They fired indirect on our Panther. They did not hit. I'm okay with this. We see a vehicle. They're firing on the Panther again. They did not do any damage. This is completely fine. So that's a mech there. This is, of course, an Icarus 2. It's a vehicle. They've got a defense turret. Okay.
What do you need?
We're going to move forward with our Stalker here. I kind of still want to drop missiles on the Hornet. 12% chance. We have better hit odds on the Shadowhawk. And on the Thunderbolt, for that matter. I'm thinking maybe we go for this defense turret. It's dual ballistic weaponry.
Fire.
Okay, that wasn't nearly as much damage as I was hoping for, but it was about what I could have planned for, really. Okay, so that's Illuminators.
Damage minimal.
Yeah, that always will be incredibly minimal damage.
Commander.
That's a Hunter Light Support Tank. That's a Hunchback there. And a dual mortar. Okay. Good to know.
Good to go.
No, good to know, not good to go. Okay, we're going to take our Vulcan up over this way. This is not in LOS. However, they can easily get in LOS. Like this. But he decided to fire indirect instead and missed. I'll allow it.
Receiving you.
The Panther is going to step forward over here.
Moving to position.
And is going to drop artillery on the Hornet.
Roger.
That was another good chunk of damage on that Hornet. Icarus is closing in, as is the Hornet. The Hornet is actually pretty exposed right now. We might be able to eliminate it. We can't really get in position with the stealth,
Confirmed.
which is unfortunate. Okay. We're going to cruise in with the Hunchy, as close as we can, which isn't amazingly close. Okay, they're firing more missiles on the Vulcan. Only hit with one. That's not amazingly relevant.
Good to go.
Okay, we're going to close in again with the Stalker.
Copy that.
The question is, do we go for the Hornet? No. Do we go for the defense turret? Probably. Our hit odds are much better now. And we can potentially eliminate this defense turret. That was about the same in terms of damage output. Okay. Those mortars coming in on the stealth. Very minor damage, though, realistically. Okay, that Hunchy has missiles. That's actually a really good thing for us. Okay, very minor damage to the Vulcan.
Minimal damage on that hit.
Yes, indeed.
Standing by.
Okay, our Panther moves now. We're going to step up over here. This cloud is definitely spooky. 18% chance. The Shadowhawk is very close to the Thunderbolt here. We could drop a Thumper here and potentially damage both of them, including potentially hitting the Thunderbolt's rear arc.
Firing, full complement. No sweat, I got this.
How good did we do? We'll find out in a moment. The Icarus is moving. Okay. We can't actually see the Thunderbolt's rear arc right now. That's fine. Let's see here. This is in smokescreen. I'm not really that concerned about that. This is all considered smokescreen here, or at least partial smokescreen. Roger that. We could sprint up over this direction. Get ourselves a third evasive pip. And we keep the effects of smokescreen. The bad effects of smokescreen. Okay, roger that. That's exciting. We could go for the light standard turret here. 10% hit odds. Or we could go for the Hornet. That's pretty much our only options.
Firing full complement on the enemy.
Okay, no damage to the Hornet.
That didn't hit.
That's fine.
Yes, come
We're
on.
now going to take the Vulcan and sprint. I'd like to be around this direction. We may need to jump, actually. We can't jump quite as far as I was hoping to. We can do this. I would love to Vigilance right now, but we are not in a situation where we can do that. These guys are kind of lined up, so we could stray shot. For right now, I want to eliminate this Hornet. Does it have an XL engine? It does not. Okay, so our odds of destroying it are actually quite low. That's fine. Phase 16, the Hornet moves. Fires on the Panther. Does a little damage. We don't really care, though, honestly. The Shadowhawk backs off, fires on the Vulcan, misses. Perfect. The Thunderbolt also fires on the Vulcan, does some damage.
Light damage. Holding firm.
And it's positioning itself smartly.
Aye, aye.
Okay, we're going to close in with the Stalker here.
Move order received.
Hit odds on the Hornet are mediocre. On the Thunderbolt are okay, that would be side arc. Front arc on the Shadowhawk. We could go for the defense turret again. That's a light standard turret. Honestly, I don't think that that's that big of a threat right now. We could go for the Hunter light support tank. Multi-terrain vehicle. We could just go for the dual mortar. Our hit odds are pretty bad on that. I think we light into the Hornet here.
Ignore.
Okay, we have a structure exposure. They're firing on the Vulcan with the mortar. It does some damage, but it's spread out. We definitely need to disengage the Vulcan if we can. No damage on the stealth, that was nice. We need to disengage the Vulcan and see if we can pull them around this rock.
What's up, boss?
For right now, we're going to bring the Hunchy forward. We're going to fire on the Hornet and hopefully take out that torso, or maybe just straight up kill him. He's got about 25 armor there, so 55. We could theoretically, if we hit all in the CT. The odds of that are, of course, incredibly low. Oof. Yeah, that didn't go well. They're firing on the Vulcan, but they did smoke screen the Vulcan, which is convenient for us. Firing on the stealth. They dealt 0 damage. Their missiles are not being very effective right now. Okay, that standard turret fires on the Vulcan and misses. 3 evasive pips in smokescreen. We kind of expect that. More missiles coming in on the Vulcan. No damage. Okay, our turn.
Receiving you.
The smokescreen over here is cleared. That's fine. We want to back off a little bit here.
Whatever you say.
I'm going to jump over to this cover for 3 evasive pips. Fire on this Hornet.
I got it.
Okay, we destroyed the LRM.
Critical hit, Commander. Waiting for orders.
We're also going to withdraw the Vulcan a little bit. We're going to take it over this way. And I think we vigilance it here. And then fire on the Hornet. Our hit odds are a little low. I'm not going to narc it here. Okay, that wasn't too bad.
Solid connection on that one.
So phase 17, the Thunderbolt backs off. Fires on the Vulcan, misses everything. Ideal. Okay.
Good to go.
Is our artillery's move. In theory, if we hit dead center here, then we can hit all 3 of these. The odds of us hitting dead center are pretty low, but we're going to go for it.
Firing full complement on enemy.
And because it looks at the Panther, I have no idea where we hit. We hit there. So I think we hit the Thunderbolt, and we hit the defense turret.
Ready for orders.
Okay, we're going to close in with our
On
Hunchy,
the move.
and we're going to light up this Hornet. Well, that was irrelevant. Okay. Firing on the Vulcan, they miss. With the autocannon. That's fantastic. The Hornet sets itself on fire and walks away. Fair enough. Hunter closes in, fires on the stealth, does no damage. Perfect. They're going to start running out of ammo relatively soon. 4 damage to the stealth from that salvo.
Minimal damage on that hit.
Indeed.
Yeah.
We're going to close in with our Stalker.
Roger.
I want this Hornet dead. Unfortunately, hit odds are pretty garbage. I mean, we could start going for buildings, but I'd really prefer not to. Actually, the Hunter is a potential target here.
Tracking from position.
That could have been better in terms of damage output, but it was okay. Mortar on the Vulcan. Did they do another smokescreen? I think they did. Which of course means that they're not going to hit the Vulcan again. Actually, they did 2 damage there. Okay.
Right here.
So the Vulcan is at this point going to continue withdrawing. We're going to be a little bit careful with this though, because I want to make sure that we're not grouped up for the mortar, if at all possible. We're going to just jump over this way, I think, for a 30 evasive pip. Embrace. And we're going to see if we can pull them back over the crest of this hill. In the meantime, we're going to launch artillery strikes on the Hornet.
Firing.
Solid.
Good.
Oh, the Hornet actually ejected. Perfect.
What's up, boss?
I think we cruise our stealth up over this direction.
I'm already there.
We are exposing ourselves to fire from the Icarus and the Hunchback, but that's okay. We are going to fire on the Hunter. This is front arc here. We can't Vigilance here, but we've got plenty of defensives. 3 evasive pips in cover. We can jump out next turn if need be. What?
Negative damage.
Hang on a moment. We had like a 60% chance to hit each of those streak missiles, and you're telling me we failed that 12 times? Like, the small lasers were whatever, but 12 fails. Oof. That hurts.
Got it.
There's no doubt about that. I'll have to go back and check what that actual hit chance was, but oof. Because that would have killed the Hunter right there.
Yes, Commander.
If those missiles had hit. We're going to cruise the Hunchy up over here, and we're going to try to finish off this vehicle. Without, ideally, backstabbing our stealth. That would be nice.
On it.
Is that enough to get them to eject? No. No, it is not. They fire the mortar on the stealth. That's kind of ideal for us. It's actually this Bradford back here firing the mortar. But now they're not going to hit hardly anything on the stealth. We've got a smokescreen. Like, what do they expect here? Wee, they did 8 damage. I don't care. Shadowhawk is just running around over there. Hunchy backs off a little bit. Fires on the stealth. Oh no, 16 damage. My life is ruined.
Holding.
Oh no, 8 damage.
Barely hit, Commander.
Like, it's kind of irrelevant. Sure. You can do a couple damage, I guess. These guys are grouped up nicely for an artillery strike. Yeah, you can make your way up over this way. We'll get a 30 evasive pip, and we'll just chill down here for right now. Next.
Yes.
I want to drop an artillery right here. Right on this Hunter. Actually, I don't even want to attack ground. I want to just directly attack the Hunter.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Kaboom. Fantastic. That was damage to all 3 of those. They're attacking the stealth, sure, but we're still in that cloud. With 3 evasive pips.
Good to go.
We're going to move the Hunchy up into the smokescreen. And the Hunchy is going to, I guess, have to fire on one of these. I was hoping to fire on the Hunter there, but that is not an option. Hit odds on the Icarus are okay.
Aye, aye.
Sure. We'll take it. Hunchy closes in. Fires on the stealth. Actually hits quite a lot there. Considering that was pretty lucky for them.
Commander.
Unfortunately, the stealth can move right now. And realistically, we're unstable, so we can't sprint. I think we're just going to move up over here. This is still smokescreen in cover. We only have the 1 evasive pip, so that's the danger here, of course. We can fire on the Hunter.
Reporting negative damage.
Oh, man. Unfortunate. They're firing on the Hunchy, actually. That's preferred.
Receiving.
Okay, we're going to close in with our Stalker here.
Heading out.
And who do we fire on? Do we just attack ground here? And just split our, or spread our damage out?
Engaging target.
Maybe so. Did we do any damage? I'm not convinced we did. LRMs may not work that way. The Hunter is attacking the stealth and actually dealt no damage. That's fine. Okay, mortars on the stealth is a little more threatening. Structure exposure. Okay. They're attacking the Hunchy here. I'm okay with that. We're kind of waiting out their ammunition, realistically.
What's up, Commander?
We're going to move the Vulcan up over this way. Up to probably right here.
Double time. Let's go.
I was under the impression that would be in cover. Apparently I was wrong. Let's go for the Icarus.
Enemy structure is weakening.
We stray-shotted the enemy structure. Okay, fair enough. Thunderbolt closes in. Fires indirect on the stealth. Does some damage there. Okay.
Light damage. Holding firm.
It actually crit its own LRM. That's nice. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we'll see if we can finish this off. We're kind of working on outlasting them right now. But we'll see if that strategy plays out. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I'll see you all next time.